to the hangar. Region 9 basketball anthem just wrapped up. Beautiful rendition here. Andy Thompson with Carrick Segmiller. Our ideal home and auto paint game of the night, Carrick.
Let's jump into some Wendy's starting lineups for you before we get this thing tipped off and underway. And then Andy is going to bring the hard-hitting analysis. He's going to give you your Findlay Subaru key to the game and tell us who to watch for on both sides, brought to you by Intermountains Sports Performance. First, the starting lineups for the visiting Pineview Panthers, 13-6 overall, 6-2 in Region 9 play. Let me get my flashlight out here before the lights go off for the Dixie lineups inside the gym. We start with the visitors. Always the Panthers, led by head coach Patrick Amico, his second season at the helm, AT, 28-16 over his now 2 seasons with Pineview, and they have been playing some great ball as of late. We mentioned winning 10 out of their last 12 contests have the Panthers, and they look to build on that tonight. They start like this. No surprises in the starting lineup. They're going to start the 6-foot senior guard Adam Moore, 6'7" senior center Lucas Papa, 6'5" junior guard Caleb Schmidt, the 6'5" junior guard Jelani Ojegba, and the 6-foot senior guard Stratton Williams. Look for that first guy off the bench tonight, AT, to be Cooper Ranson that we've talked about. He's worked his way up. He's about 10 points per game now. He's connected on 17 threes. He dropped 18 points on 5 triples in the win at Desert Hills last week, and he has been off to the races since then. Those are your Pineview Panthers. How about the home Dixie Flyers? 13-7 overall, 5-4 in Region 9 play, led by Tyler Roberts, and you know that all he does is win. This is 7th season as the bench boss inside the hangar. 139 wins, 36 losses. Amazing. For Coach Roberts.
Yeah.
And no surprises for their starting lineup. 6-foot senior guard Zed Weber, 6'4" senior guard Tyson Forsey, 6'4" senior forward J.J. Davey, 6'6" senior center Tyler Walter, and 6' senior guard Kimball Carter. I talked about a bench player. I really liked how they've been playing as of late for Pineview. Let's do the same for Dixie. 6'7" junior forward center combo Colin Simmons has had amazing minutes off the bench for this Dixie squad. Look for the junior to come in and contribute early and often with a team like Pineview that has 3 bigs in Lucas Papa, Isaiah Warner, and Brock Harris that can come in and rule the paint. Dixie's got to have production not just from the starters, but from a guy like Colin Simmons down low as well.
I absolutely agree, and I have loved Colin Simmons off the bench for this Flyers team. He's a great perimeter passer. He's a great post-to-post passer when Walter's in the game, and he can get to the free throw line. He's going to be key in the paint tonight against, like you mentioned, this big front court of Pineview, including a guy like Jelani Ojegba, who's on the perimeter a lot, but he's a slasher, finishes alike. It's a lot of points in the paint for Pineview.
Those are your Wendy's starting lineups as well as your Intermountain Sports Performance Star Watch. How about some Findlay Subaru's key to the game before we tip this thing off, AT?
Well, for Pineview, they've got to replicate what they did the first time. They were able to somehow get that victory when they were down late in that game by several points. They kept it clean all game. 6 turnovers against the Dixie Flyers. That's really hard to do. They've got to stay around 10 or lower, maybe 11 or 12 or lower, but not anything crazy in the teens if they want to pull off the upset. And they've also got to bring the 3-ball with them. Only made 4. They were 4-19 in their previous matchup with Dixie. They're going to have to make more than that to get the win here on the road.
It'll be the Flyers in the classic home whites with blue numbers, black trim. Pineview in the classic black road jerseys with white numbers. Walter and Papa to face in the opening tap, and the Panthers going to win it. Here's Stratton Williams across the timeline from left to right. Strap in your seatbelt, settle in with us. Thanks for being with us, Carrick Segmiller, Andy Thompson, on your ideal home and auto paint game of the night from Dixie High School. Williams to the right corner, dribble handoff, Schmidt. Schmidt on the right wing, pushing off a little bit on Carter, no whistle. Pineview maintains possession, 10 to shoot in the opening possession. Over Ojegba, left wing. Slashing mid-post left into the left corner. Adam Moore for 3. Got it.
And just too much help off the shooter from the corner in the man defense. They're switching everything on the perimeter. Just sunk a little too far in when they put it down to Papa and left Moore wide open.
3-point make number 45 for Moore. Here's the Flyers. Can they answer? Here's their team leader, Tyson Forsey. 16.8 points per game. Over to Carter. Carter on the left wing. Loses his footing. Regains. Now Forsey on the angle right side. Gets past Schmidt. Cut off by Papa, baseline right. Pass is tipped, but it gets to Walter. The floater, no, is short and tapped out of bounds by Pineview. The Flyers maintain.
Key tonight for Dixie is point production outside of Forsey. We saw Forsey against Crimson on Wednesday not have any daylight to score. Everybody's focused on him. They need other guys to step up.
Weber wide open off the inbounds pass. Can't get the three. Pineview off to the races. Schmidt has more open in the right corner. They couldn't find him. And now they'll set up. Schmidt pulls the trigger. Left wing. He banked it in.
Just a flat-footed three. Caleb Schmidt getting things going with the high glass fall through on the bank for Pineview.
6-0. Panthers lead it. 6:33 to go. Just the start that Pineview wanted to get tonight. At the game at the pit a couple of weeks ago, Pineview didn't get it going till late. Had to come back to win it. They wanted to lead this thing wire to wire. Here's Carter driving from the angle right side, lobbing into Davey. Catches on the inline. Out of bounds. A turnover back to the Panthers.
It was a good idea by Kimball Carter because the bigs flew up at him. He was going to float it. Instead, he tried for the alley-oop, but it was just a little too deep towards the baseline and out of bounds.
6:15 to go, opening frame. Pineview has scored a three-point shot on each of its first two possessions. Kimball Carter was a little slow to get up after that play. Not sure if he turned an ankle. He's going to stay in the game. Williams to Papa, back to the basket at the free throw line. Still has the dribble, doesn't use it. Now here's Williams driving inside, leaning in, and Walter finds Papa. His shot is blocked, no, a foul. Will send Lucas to the line for two fabulous Freddie's free throws.
Good awareness. It took him a second. Stratton Williams in the paint, tangled up with a double team, but he could sense Papa behind him, was just waiting for the dish off to get the dunk. And Walter got a lot of ball, but enough of the arm to warrant a foul there.
Papa, 6'7", senior center. First free throw is too strong. 58% from the stripe this season for Lucas. 4 games in double figures for Papa. He's got 2 double-doubles. He's been close a number of other times. Had 8 in the win over Dixie on the 8th of this month. He makes the second. Pineview leads at 7-0, 5:55 to go, first quarter. Eric Sagmiller, Andy Thompson with you on our Ideal Home and Auto Paint Game of the Night. Thanks so much for being with us. Whether you're listening on the radio, the online stream, or watching on sportsradio977.com, going to be a good one. Forsey, free throw line now, Walter. Over to Weber. On the angle left side, drives to the free throw line, leaves his feet, had to fire a shot, and it's out of bounds back to Pineview.
They're going to, I think, switch it.
It ended up well short. So Dixie's looking around like, hey, that had to have been tipped by somebody.
I think he may have tapped his arm and knocked the ball. We'll see. Yeah, they're going to switch it. Pineview's defense has been tremendous. They're in full man. They're communicating. They're not switching a lot. And Dixie hasn't had a good shot all night for the first 2.5 minutes of this game.
Carter lobs into Forsey, then gets it right back on the left side. Looking inside Davey, path cut off. Here's Forsey, shot clock violation. Did not see how much time was left on the shot clock. There was no reset because they ruled it got blocked out of bounds.
That's right.
So there was less than 10 on the shot clock, and it expires.
And a lack of awareness. That's rare to see from the Flyers. Rookie mistake there.
The Hangar, normally a fortress, but they dropped a contest to Hurricane earlier this month. And here's Moore for three. He buries it straight away, and it's a 10-0 lead for Pineview.
And Adam Moore locked in early in this one, their leading scorer, and Coach Amico fired up over on the bench that his guy has already knocked down a couple.
Pineview finished the game at Pineview against Dixie on a 10-0 run. They start the game against the Flyers tonight on a 10-0 run. Here's Davey on the pass, Walter on the pass from Davey, and he'll get the bucket and the foul.
Tough shot. You had Big Papa up in his grill, making contact, both arms up. He went right through him with a flat shot that got in the hoop. Nice job by Tyler Walter.
Walter to try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play, and a much, much needed basket for the Dixie Flyers. Walter, 58% from the Fabulous Freddy's free throw line. No problem this time around. He sinks the free throw, and it's a 10-3 Pineview lead. 4:40 to go, first quarter.
Brock Harris in the game for the first time for Pineview. He was over in the jungle on Wednesday. Kyle Whittingham and a bunch of the Utes coaching staff were at that game, supporting him, trying to convince him to be a Ute.
Ojegba backing in on Davy. Shot is blocked and out of bounds. It stays with Pineview.
And Dixie's got to be more aware and more aggressive on their closeouts against this Pineview team. This is a team that shot 420-something threes so far this year. Better to give up stuff down low as opposed to wide-open threes against this group.
Inbound pass to Schmidt is tipped by Mac Howard, just checked in. Across the timeline, they bring it back. 8 to shoot, and now the ball is kicked. You're going to get a reset on the shot clock. I don't know. I think it's out to 20. There it is. 22nd on the kick ball, so that's going to benefit Pineview as the shot clock was winding down. Pineview the 10-3 lead, 4:15 to go, first quarter. Ojegba, three-point land, right side. They'll swing it to the left and Schmidt. Schmidt to Moore. Right back to Schmidt. Three-point land straight away. Over to the right corner. And off to Williams. Shot clock at 3 and at 2. Ojegba with 1. Fires the 3 with a hand in his face. Too strong. Offensive rebound Harris. Back out Ojegba. The Panthers reset. Moore. On the left side. Inside Harris. Lefty layup. No. And rebound to Walter and the Flyers.
Great job by Dixie. They switched to a 3-2 defense. They contested that deep 3. Much different possession there defensively because of the strategic switch.
Flyers trying to continue to cut into this lead. Weber, mid-post left, loses it. Stratton Williams dives on the floor. It's a steal for Pineview. Ojegba leads the break. And the pass is tipped, taken away by Forsey. One-on-one with Ojegba. The no-look pass inside Davy. The lefty layup and one.
Smart play by Forsey. He wanted to go right at Ojegba, but thought, that's a 50-50 proposition. Great cut by Davy and a find by Forsey for the lay-in.
The Flyers have scored 5 straight, have cut the lead in half. Trying to make it 10-6 with a free throw from Davy. 3:14 to play. Here in quarter number 1. Davy under 50% on the season from the free throw line, and this one's good. Nothing but net. 10-6, a back and forth game. The Panthers lead it by 4 with 3 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Moore swings to the left side, and Schmidt bouncing to the left elbow. Ojegba fakes right, goes left. Trying to thread the needle to Harris, but the pass is intercepted. Here come the Flyers. Forsey swinging around the horn to Howard. Howard puts the ball on the deck, passes back to Davy. Back to Forsey on the left wing. Dribble handoff, Carter. Back to Forsey, catch and shoot 3, straight away, bang!
There was a ton of screens in that possession. That was a great one at the end by Davy to pin the guy. Forsey had a beautiful look and knocked it down.
You always say basketball is a game of runs. Well, these two teams have traded runs, and Pineview leads by 1. 10-9, 2:18 to play, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Ojegba inside to a cutting Caleb Schmidt, and he's fouled as he gets the ball off the glass. It won't go down, but he'll get 2 from the line.
Nice cut from the weak side by Caleb Schmidt, and Ojegba anticipated it, put it right on the money for a nice attempt there to get him to the free throw line.
Second team foul against the Flyers. That foul was against Carter. The other was against Tyler Walter. Schmidt misses the first free throw. And for the first time tonight, here comes Cooper Ranson to give Ojegba a breather. And Ranson has been on fire from downtown. Both free throws too strong, and the Flyers, the rebound, can take the lead with a 2 or a 3 on this possession after trailing 10-0 to start the game. Just over 2 minutes remaining, opening quarter. Forsey, deep left side, inside to Davy. The floater from the baseline left rattles out, and the Panthers the rebound.
Pineview swapped into a 3-2 zone after Forsey made that 3. That makes you a little bit more susceptible to plays like that where they get it down into the belly of the defense and just couldn't get that one to fall.
Ranson hesitates, now fires the 3. It's short. Offensive rebound, Harris. The putback too strong. He's fouled. A late whistle rang out, and I believe Brock Harris going to go to the free throw line.
Yeah. Big Brock. Maybe could have taken a bounce and settled himself, squared up, but just went right up with it to draw the foul and go to the fabulous Freddy's free throw line.
It's been interesting to watch Harris this season as he misses the first free throw. Didn't play as much early on as he was still doing a ton with football.
Yeah.
And now he's become that first big man off the bench in lieu of Isaiah Warner. Second free throw is good. And it's an 11-9 Pineview lead with 1:30 to play first quarter. Flyers set it up with Howard. Howard top of the key to Carter. Back and forth they go around the horn. Carter looking inside Davey, too much on it, but Davey able to chase it down. 15 to shoot for the Flyers, 1:15 on the game clock. Forsey from the right wing pulls a deep three, too strong. Simmons into the game, offensive rebound. Then the right-handed putback is good for Colin Simmons.
And that's what Simmons does. He gets in off the bench and he makes plays. That was a big one, being boxed out by Brock Harris. Still got the rebound and the putback.
We're tied at 11. Under a minute to play, first quarter. Adam Moore's pass is stolen by Forsey, surveying his options. Stops at the free throw line, passes to a cutting Simmons. He scores in traffic.
And Forsey's been so aggressive on the perimeter, you can't have lazy passes. He's like a crocodile. He's going to gobble it up.
It's a 13-1 run for the Flyers. They lead it by 2 with 30 seconds to play. Here's Schmidt, left corner, inside to Harris. Lowers the shoulder but can't get the leap and leaner. And then here come the Flyers on the rebound with the shot clock off and 20 seconds remaining. Coach Roberts calling for Carter to set up the play. He passes to Forsey, left wing, under 10 now with 7. Forsey to the left wing and Carter with 5. Back to Forsey with 4 and 3. Back to Carter for 3 at the buzzer. Bingo!
What a play, what patience against that zone. Forsey penetrates through the first line. Everybody sinks down, and Carter gets the kick out for a 3. Coach Roberts with a big thumbs up to his guard after that make.
I mean, he called that play. He said, hey, Kimball. And they sprung into action. A 16-1 run for the Flyers to finish with a 5-point lead after 1. It's 16-11. Dixie leads it. How about a 30-second timeout? And right back on ESPN 97.7.
Ever have one of those days where your gut just feels blah?
Ugh, yes.
Occasional bloating or gas could be signs that your gut is out of balance, but Align Probiotic can help. Align 24/7 Digestive Support is a daily use probiotic with a unique strain to help relieve occasional digestive issues. It's the #1 doctor-recommended brand. So when you feel the signs, it's time to try Align. Align Probiotic. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Welcome back to the action, brought to you in part by Ideal Home and Paint.
Well, a 10-0 start for Pineview. Saw the Panthers take a 10-0 lead midway through the first quarter. Since then, it's been all Flyers with a 16-1 run to lead it 16-11 after 1. Andy, man, what do you break down over that first 8 minutes of basketball?
Way to respond. You got a haymaker to the mouth to begin the game, and you threw a one to end the quarter. And Forsey defensively, they locked him down. A lot of transition buckets, and excellent in the half court.
Flyers with the first possession of the second quarter. Try to add to this now 5-point lead. Man. Talk about a momentum shift. We felt it inside the hangar. Walter passes to Carter, right wing, nearly tripped up. He's able to maintain balance. Swings to Weber, left side, over to Simmons. Right elbow, fires a jumper. Too short. Lucas Papa back into the game, grabs the rebound for the Panthers.
Big defensive win that possession for Pineview.
Papa to the right corner of Jagba, blows past Simmons, hangs and hits. Over Walter.
Doesn't use the glass, flying over people. Jelani Ojegba wincing a little bit after landing, but what a play to finish over the top of the defender that time.
A smooth pump fake to get his defender off his feet, then he drove inside and scored it in traffic. 16-13. Flyers still lead by 3. 6:50 to go, quarter number 2. Weber puts the ball on the deck, driving right to left, stops in the middle of the paint, scoops it off the glass. No, but there's Walter with a putback.
And the Bigs have had a couple putbacks easy. Johnny on the spot, Colin Simmons, that time Tyler Walter. Love the Steve Nash attempt there by Weber.
You got Walter and Simmons in at the same time, so they're two biggest players. And a travel. I'm not sure if that win against Schmidt or against Stratton Williams, but Pineview turns it over back to the Flyers.
Looked like the ref said a little something to Coach Roberts before he called the travel.
He said, I got it, Coach.
I got it. I hear you.
I don't envy the referees. No. You're getting railed after every single play, and they do a great job.
Absolutely. Toughest job in America.
6:15 to go, second quarter. Here's Simmons lobbing in to Walter, and he's fouled by Papa, and he can't believe it. That'll bring Harris back off the bench. Is that the second foul against Lucas Papa? I believe it is. And he's struggled the last few games, picking up 2 fouls quickly.
Frustrating night for Papa, a guy they definitely need. He's a force down low as a rim protector, offensive rebounds, and Harris obviously going to have to make up for that loss.
Inbound pass to Forsey, guarded by Ojegba, the top of the key. Fakes right, drives inside, and hands off to Walter, who hammers it home with 2 hands.
How about Tyson Forsey, the look away and pitch off? He's feeling it tonight like he often does in the hangar.
Pass inside. Harris tried to answer on the other end. Dunk is blocked. Ojegba chases down the loose ball and scores the putback.
Great block by Walter, but Ojegba being physical tonight, going right at people, and they need him to be that guy down low, especially with Papa out. He and Harris need to step up in the paint.
20-15, Flyers by 5. 5:30 to go in the second quarter. An alley-oop lob from Forsey to Walter. Oh, baby!
What a connection in 2 possessions in a row between Forsey and Walter, who's springy up in the rafters, comes down with the oop.
22-15, Flyers by 7. How can the Panthers answer here and keep the fireworks going inside the hangar? 3 minutes gone by in the second. Schmidt holding on the right elbow, lost the dribble. A pass to the left corner. Adam Moore, catch and shoot. 3 is blocked by Walter into the hands of Simmons. And the Flyers going to slow it up just a little bit as they set up this play with a 7-point lead.
Wow. Flyers playing with that home swagger.
Seven-point lead. Dixie plays fast when they need to, but they're not afraid to set up the half-court offense and find their play. Carter driving the inline, left to right, bounces into the right corner. Forsey through the legs dribble, still holds in the corner, accelerates inside, and the right-handed layup is up and through for Forsey, and a timeout called by Pineview.
Wow. Incredible by Forsey to beat the weak side post player to the glass to get that layup. Great vision and execution there.
24-15, Flyers lead by 9, 4:25 to go. It's a full timeout. Let's take the full 60 and come right back.
Since 1946, Wilkinson's House of Lighting has been lighting homes and businesses in southern Utah. When I was just a kid, the selections were pretty slim. In fact, it all started when my grandpa Kay attached a sheet of plywood to the ceiling of his living room and mounted a few styles of lighting fixtures to it. Then looked at my grandma Lael and said, "We're in the lighting business now." 79 years later, a lot has changed. We have the most complete selection of lighting fixtures, ceiling fans, lamps, accessories, and lighting-educated staff than you'll find just about anywhere. Come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South.
Hi, it's Tyler with We Win Injury Law. People usually call us when they're involved in a vehicle accident, but there are so many other areas we specialize in. Long story short, if you've been injured, we can help. Maybe you've experienced medical malpractice, or a loved one has suffered nursing home abuse, or even a wrongful death. If so, call us today. You need an experienced injury lawyer who knows how to fight insurance companies. Unlike most lawyers, we are not scared to go to trial to fight for what you deserve. Call us today at 435-688-9558 for your free consultation, or visit us at wewininjurylaw.com.
Tonight's action is brought to you in part by Fabulous Freddy's.
Welcome back inside the hangar. Carrick Sagmiller, Andy Thompson with you. 9-point Flyer lead, 24-15. The Flyers outscoring Pineview 24-5 since Pineview took the 10-0 lead. About 1 quarter of game action to go. Schmidt probing inside, trying to find Ojegba. The pass is intercepted. Here's Forsey.
And Forsey's absolutely balling out tonight, coming off that loss against Crimson way back on Tuesday, where they just spied him. He had no daylight, only had 1 field goal in the second half. He's going off so far tonight.
The Flyers have lost 2 straight, but as we pointed out in the pregame, they've not lost more than 2 straight all year. Here's Forsey. And off to Davey. Over to Simmons. He pulls a three off the front iron into the hands of Stratton Williams and Pineview.
Nice little action there. A little handoff. Fake the handoff. Throw it out to Simmons for an open shot. Just didn't go down.
Stratton Williams traveled. Got caught in between two intended targets for his pass and lost the footing on the pivot foot. Second time he's done that tonight. The ball back to Dixie. 9-point Flyer lead, 24-15. Weber is bumped by Adam Moore. And they'll get the shot clock reset. The full 35. And Dixie very much in command of this basketball game.
Coach Amico trying to fire his guys up from the bench, get them to get a stop here. But offensively, that's been their issue over the last several minutes.
Davey inside Simmons. Right hand hook too strong. Adam Moore the rebound. Moore leading the break into the corner to Schmidt. Schmidt back to Moore. Tried to bounce to Ojegba off the feet of Tyson Forsey and out of bounds. Stays with Pineview. Other games tonight, Desert Hills hosting Crimson Cliffs. We'll get you First Days Hardware update on that game as soon as we can. And then Snow Canyon is at Cedar. Basketball season always goes so fast. We're just a few short weeks away from the state tournament.
Pineview had 6 guys on the floor for a second. Luckily, Stratton Williams got the memo. He's supposed to come out.
2:50 to go. Schmidt fakes the three, drives to the free throw line, stops the dribble. They leave him open, so he'll float and score.
There you go. It just takes a little play like that, little floater to go down, get your offensive mojo going, get the lid off the rim a little bit.
24-17. Panthers cut the lead to 7. Carter to Howard. Howard to the right side of Forsey, guarded by Schmidt. Had 2 hands on him, no whistle. They play on. Walter to Carter, driving the baseline. It's passes tipped by Schmidt. It's a 1-on-2. Schmidt splits 2 defenders, misses, and there's a whistle from the backside, trailing the play. 2 free throws for Caleb Schmidt.
Schmidt's a bulldog. Great lead. Great reaction on the defensive end to jump in there, get the steal. They need to be more aggressive, maybe like that on the perimeter to generate those fast break opportunities. And we'll go to the Fabulous Freddy's free throw line. Schmidt's been awesome all year for Pineview, their second leading scorer, and great on defense as well as he knocks down the first free one.
Yeah, 85% from the stripe so far this year for Schmidt. He makes the first, the second up and through, nearly automatic. So 4 straight points for Caleb Schmidt. Cuts the lead to 5, 24-19 with 2:08 to play. Carter to Walter. Walter holding. 3-point land straight away to the Engel left side, and Carter. Carter off a screen from Walter. They can't get the pick and roll action going. They vacate to Forsey, right wing with 13 to shoot. Forsey splits 2 defenders, throws it up with the right hand. Almost goes in, but not quite. And here come the Panthers on the rebound. Schmidt, he scored 4 in a row for Pineview. Can he make it more? Swings to Ranson, deep 3, left side, bang! A big one from Cooper Ranson.
He knew he had that one 5 seconds before he shot it. He was just looking with his eyes huge at the passer. Give me the ball. I'm going to knock this one down from deep.
3-point make, number 18 for Cooper on the season, and it's a 2-point lead. 7-0 run for Pineview. 15 to shoot for the Flyers. Here's Forsey, steps into a 3 left wing, too strong, and Schmidt the rebound for the Panthers.
Good awareness by Ojegba, but a shade Forsey on that one. Made it a tougher shot and closed off the driving lane as Pineview will turn it over.
1 minute remaining, and they turn it over. Was just getting ready to say, hey, 1 minute left, get into the half court, find a good shot, and they force a pass inside. It's turned over. 53 ticks on the game clock, 27 on the shot clock. Flyers with possession. Walter. Down to Davey, mid-post right side, backing in on Harris. Out to Walter for 3, off the right side, way off, and Harris the rebound for Pineview. 3-second difference between game and shot, and if I'm Pineview, I'm just playing for 1 here. The game clock's at 30, the shot clock's at 27. I would wind it all the way down and shoot it right as the shot clock was expiring.
Yeah, you got Ranson with the hot hand right now. You got Moore in the corner. A lot of options.
Shot clock down to 10. Game clock at 13. Ranson, left side, dribbles. Gives to Schmidt into the left corner. Moore for 3. Too strong. O'Jay with the tip. Harris grabs the loose ball with 5. Out to Moore with 3. 4-3. Too strong. Harris the rebound. Puts it back up. And the shot is blocked by Walter at the buzzer.
Good looks from Pineview. Great job by Harris getting the rebounds. He got a good one from Moore in the corner. What a great way to end the second quarter, Carrick, by Pineview, battling back, making it a 2-point game and playing some good defense.
Yeah, 7-0 run for Pineview to cut it down to 2. And you can't be too frustrated about the final possession. You had 2 open looks at 3.
Absolutely.
Harris had a good look, but it was blocked, and Pineview right back in this thing. We always say basketball is a game of runs. Don't get too concerned if the game swings one way or another, because most likely it's going to swing back. After 16 minutes of basketball inside the hangar, it's Dixie 24 and Pineview 22. We'll take the 3-minute timeout and come back to break it all down on the InfoWest Halftime Report.
It's the Red Hot Buys event at Hearst Ace Hardware. From December 26th to January 31st, get incredible deals on the brands you trust. Buy one, get one free on Kaylee Wild Birdseed. Mix and match 7-pound bags. Plus, save big on select DeWalt, Milwaukee, and Craftsman power tools now on sale. And don't miss out on our Buy More, Save More event. Spend $25 on cleaning products, save $5. Spend $45, save $12. Hearst Ace Hardware, where you'll always find great deals and helpful service.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find a helpful face. Someone welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. At Bucks Ace, we exist to help others, and you can see it in our faces.
Hi, I'm Patrick. I've always enjoyed meeting new people, and there's no better place than Bucks Ace Hardware to do that. That's why I love my job. Come see me at Bucks, and let us show you why we're the most helpful hardware store in all of Southern Utah.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Look, Mom! I drew you a dinosaur! Son of a brontosaurus!
Not ideal. Your kid using Sharpie on the living room wall. Ideal. Ideal Home and Paint's Kelly Moore paint selection. Make your house, flaws and all, look its very best with a little help from Kelly Moore Paint and Ideal Home and Paint. Ideal Home and Paint, your local paint experts in Southern Utah since 1975.
That's not good.
What?
Yep, your car's broken.
Oh, come on.
But we can fix it and get you back on the road quickly.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
Pro Auto Care in St. George can handle anything under the hood of your Honda, Acura, Toyota, and Lexus. From oil changes to major repairs, quality work at an affordable price. Check them out at yourproautocare.com. That's yourproautocare.com.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
You're listening to the InfoWest Halftime Show. Get a lightning fast look at the first half stats, big plays, and scores from around the region.
Welcome back inside the hangar. Carrick Sangler, Andy Thompson with you. 24-22, Dixie leads by 2 as we enter the InfoWest Halftime Report. They are the internet people. For the fastest internet in Southern Utah, go to Infowest.com. We've got some Wilkinson stats coming at you, some Hearst Ace Harbor Region 9 updates. But AT, first a penny for your thoughts on the first 16 minutes tonight.
It was great. It was like you said, run for Pineview, run for Dixie, run for Pineview to end the second quarter. And if you look at the scoreboard, 24-22, the first time they played, the final score was 48-44, and we're at exactly half of that at halftime tonight. So I thought it was going to be maybe a higher scoring game. We'd be in the 50s, 60s, but we're pacing for another game one in the 40s. Defenses are doing great, switching up, going from zone to man, from man to zone, 3-2, 2-3. I've been impressed with the adjustments the coaches are making, and can't wait for the second half.
How about some Wilkinson stats for you? Let's just give you a couple of these numbers, and we mentioned them during the run of play, but let's bring them out. This is what I miss about high school games and not having the live stats right in front of you, and you can track the runs and you get all the numbers and that you can in college and the pros. So you got to kind of make notes as you go along here. But Pineview started out on a 10-0 run, AT, over the first, 3-4 minutes of the game. Let's call it the first half of the first quarter. They led 10-0. It was a big and one play. I believe it was J.J. Davey. No, it was Walter. Tyler Walter scored the first bucket, completed the and one on a pass from Davey, and that stopped the Pineview run. From there, Dixie went on a 16-1 run, ending the first quarter and extending into the second quarter to take a 16-11 lead. They would go back and forth a little bit. Dixie was able to basically extend that run out to 24-5.
Yeah.
To take a 24-15 lead. Since then, Pineview over the last 2 or 3 minutes of the second quarter answered with a 7-0 run to cut the lead to 24-22. So we talk about basketball being a game in runs, back and forth, being ready for your time, and both teams have withstood runs and engineered runs in this game, and that's where we stand, a 2-point game at the half. Let's give you some scoring. Let's look first at the home Flyers leading it at the half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different players have scored, led by, how about 9 points for Tyler Walter tonight? And you've kind of been waiting for a breakout game for Walter. He scored 4 points against Crimson the other night, but guess who didn't score against Pineview in this matchup on January 8th? Tyler Walter did not score in that game. He's got 9 tonight, and you've been waiting for Walter to have a breakout game, and it's tonight. He's been leading this team in scoring. He got 9 points, 5 points for Tyson Forsey, and you just can't say enough about Tyson tonight, because he's a team on everybody's radar.
Yeah.
He's the guy that they're writing his number, they're writing number 2, they're writing Forsey on the marker board and saying, hey, we have to slow down. They're writing his name and underlining it 3 or 4 times. Yeah. We got to slow him down. We can't stop him all the way. We got to slow him down and make somebody else beat us. So what does Dixie do tonight? They come into this game, and Tyson Forsey is playing how he normally plays. He's getting open, he's cutting inside, but instead he's drawing attention and making these amazing passes, getting his teammates involved, and that's what led this Dixie run. It wasn't Forsey scoring. Yeah. It was him facilitating.
Absolutely, man. You're absolutely right. I mean, he'll pull up, and did he make a 3 in the first half?
He did make a 3.
He made 1 3, but a lot, like you said, those 2 back-to-back plays he made to Walter, the dish off and then the oop, just brought the house down as part of that run. He is such a great selfless star, leading scorer, but last year he was a role player, sometimes start, sometimes come off the bench, but just within this system, he's the perfect guy to be leading it, because he can score a ton, but he can also give it off to his teammates and make them play better and look good. So he's been great, and he's just got that intensity tonight. Like, if this is a 1 or 2 possession game down the stretch, you kind of lean Dixie because they have that dude, whereas Pineview kind of needs that guy to step up and be like, oh no, I'm going to take over this game, whether it's Ojegba or Moore or whoever it's going to be for Pineview tonight. They're playing well so far, but Dixie and Forsey right now have that closer. And I'm anticipating a close game, and I can't wait for the second half to see who on Pineview is going to step up to match Forsey's effort and intensity so far.
From there, 4 points for Colin Simmons. He came in and had some good minutes. Kimball Carter knocked down a 3 to end the first quarter on a brilliant play drawn up by Coach Roberts, and just called the play, and they sprung into action. J.J. Davey has 3 points. For Pineview, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different players have scored, led by 7 points from Caleb Schmidt. Adam Moore hit 2 threes in the first quarter. He's got 6 points. 4 points for Jelani Ojegba. 3 points on 1 3-point make from Cooper Ranson. Lucas Papa with the free throw, and Isaiah Warner, Brock Harris with the free throw for the Panthers. And like you said, AT, Pineview's looking at, okay, who's going to be the guy? It was Adam Moore, to start the quarter, to start the game, and knock down 2 threes in the second quarter.
Yeah.
But who's going to step up and be that leader? Would love to see Ranson get a couple more looks in the second half. And I'd love to see Lucas Papa get going inside. He's had some foul trouble as of late in games. Would love to see him have a big second half and compete with the Dixie Bigs down low.
And the way this Pineview team's formatted, their big threes averaging about 40 points. It doesn't have to be one guy to beat this Dixie team, but when it comes down to it, who is going to be the guy to put his head down, get to the free throw line, initiate when nothing's open, whether Dixie's playing zone or man, who's it going to be for Pineview to just make something happen? And we'll see if it comes down to how close it was in that first matchup. 4-point differential, 2-point differential at halftime. I think it's going to be fireworks here at the hangar.
Those are your Wilkinson stats. Lighted up Region 9. Since 1946, Wilkinson's House of Lighting has been a fan of all Southern Utah sports. Lights, fans, and fixtures, contractors and homeowners, always welcome at Wilkinson's. Trying to get you a Crimson at Desert Hills score. We'll pass that along when we can. But that'll do it for our InfoWest halftime report. Both teams with the original starters on the floor. For Pineview, that's Moore, Papa, Schmidt, Ojegba, Williams. For Dixie, Weber, Forsey, Davey, Walter, Carter. And Pineview with the first possession of quarter number 3. Moving right to left now across your radio dial. Schmidt waiting for Williams off a screen. So we get to Moore, right wing. Drives past his defender, back to Williams. Williams to the left side of Ojegba. The pump fake, has the dribble now, moves to the right. Inside, pick and roll with Papa, and he throws it down with 2 hands.
Pineview is so good at first possessions out of timeouts and halves and quarters. Beautifully drawn up play for an easy bucket.
And that could be a bucket that gets him going. We are tied at 24, 7:20 to go, third quarter. Forsey to Weber. Weber free throw into Walter, gets it right back. Off a screen now to the left, stops on the block, looking for Davey. Davey to Forsey. Crosses over into a 3 from the left wing, and he buries it.
So tough. Schmidt did a great job in the first part of that possession on Forsey, but just a nice, strong jab step by Tyson and cross it over to create space for that open 3.
Flyers lead by 3, 27-24, 6:55 to play. Papa on the left block, out to Schmidt. Schmidt to the right wing now, Ojegba. Over to Papa, holding on the left elbow. Waits for help. Gets to Schmidt, bouncing inside Ojegba. Ojegba bouncing and puts the ball on the deck. He's fouled, and 2 free throws coming. He's fouled by, I believe, Davey.
I like that. I like that matchup. He's got an inch or 2 on Davey. Went into the body. Forced a foul. Get to the free throw line.
First time at the free throw line for Jelani tonight. And the first one good. Knocks it in. He's got 5 points. Wanted to see the first one go before I mentioned his free throw percentage. About 50% from the stripe on the season. The second one, good. You wouldn't know it by watching those 2 free throws. 27-26. Of course, this is what Max Prep says. We're assuming that's correct. Flyers lead by 1 and have possession. Forsey dribbles off his foot, regains. Now it's loose again and then tips it out of bounds. Back to Pineview.
Great job. Caleb Schmidt fighting through the screen. Ojegba shading and helping, getting his hand in there to poke it away from Forsey, who's a great ball handler. Great help defense by Ojegba. Create the turnover.
27-26. 6:15 to go. And the Panthers have it early third quarter. Schmidt backs it out. Over to Moore. Moore has it tipped out of his hands. Over at Desert Hills, the Thunder lead 33-26 at the half over Crimson. Wow. Shot clock at 15. Here's Schmidt crossing over. High dribble. They don't call the carry, and it's a turnover. Ojegba started cutting inside for a backdoor look. Schmidt was all ready to pass it to him. He threw it out of bounds.
Not a bad. That's just something that happens occasionally. Bad timing, not a bad turnover. Tough luck for Pineview.
5:55 to go, quarter number 3. Full court pressure from Williams on Carter. Carter to Davey. Now to Walter. See 2 or 3 different big guys for Dixie take threes tonight. Not this time. Carter driving inside. Shot is short. The one-handed rebound from J.J. Davey with 2 black jerseys around him. And a foul going to be called on Papa, his 3rd.
Yeah, grabbing the off arm of Davey. Pass interference as he's making the one-handed catch, as you described. Very well done.
Well, Papa got the big dunk to open the quarter, but now back on the bench with 3 fouls. And a bump from Schmidt. We play on. Referee says, hey, no advantage gained. Carter driving inside. Hangs, can't hit. Rebound to Schmidt and the Panthers.
Yeah, like Carter being aggressive, just not getting to the point where he can have an angle at the glass on the bigger Schmidt there.
Moore going pick and roll with Harris, and Harris will catch and score.
Nice feed off at the last second by Moore. Big Brock just standing on that block, wanting to put it down.
Pineview leads 28-27. Williams guarding Carter. He runs over Harris, but before that, I think they're going to get Stratton Williams on a foul. And the Dixie fans upset because Williams, he was bumping and tugging all the way down the floor. They ultimately do get the foul call. Here's Carter, will lob into Weber. Guarded by Williams. Weber to the free throw line. He'll pull it and hit it.
Got the switch on the pick and roll. Weber just kept it. Went over the top of Harris for a nice mid-range jump shot.
First 2 of the night for Zed Weber, and it's a 1-point Dixie lead, 29-28. 4:30 to go in quarter number 3. Williams catch and shoot 3 right corner. Over the top of the rim into the hands of Davey and the Flyers.
Decent look from Williams. Sometimes your first corner 3 of the game. It takes a minute to calibrate. Missed that one long.
Weber, left wing. Swing it to the right wing. And Howard. Top of the key. Forsey for 3. No. It rims out into the hands of Harris. And the Panthers walk it up the floor. Will set up the play on the right side of the floor. Ojegba. They leave him alone. He would fire a 3. Too strong. Forsey the rebound.
Not a great possession from Pineview. You had Moore and Schmidt in the corner standing right next to each other. And an early 3 in the possession doesn't go.
Forsey catches on the right wing. Bouncing inside Simmons. Shot blocked by Harris, but he got him with the body. Ooh, it looked like Brock Harris had recovered in time to get the block. But free throws coming for Colin Simmons. And another great pass from Tyson Forsey to Colin Simmons. Those two just on the same page tonight. First free throw off the front of the rim and rolls in for Simmons. He's got a 5. 2-point Dixie lead with 3:39 to play. And the second one rattles in and out. Brock Harris the rebound. Hands off to Williams. The Panthers set it up. Moving over to the right side, swing it to Schmidt. Back to Williams. They play hot potato back and forth. Schmidt on the left wing. Passes back to Williams. It's knocked out of his hand. Schmidt chases it down. Swing it inside Ojegba. Left elbow. Still has the dribble. Uses it, and he's fouled. And the Panthers will have it inbounding right at half court.
And you've got it when they're playing that 3-2 zone and you're the high post guy, you got to catch. And if you're going to whip it down to their post guy on the block, you got to be quick and instant with it. And it was just a little delay there. I thought he may have had Harris for a layup. But this Dixie defense, when they go to that zone, very active with their hands. They're moving, they're talking, doing a great job.
3:10 to go third quarter. Williams steps into a 3. Right wing, it's good.
Excellent job. Great awareness. You just get a cheap one on our step in, dribble into it 3 for Williams. That was big for Pineview.
Clock rolling, under 3 to go in quarter number 3. Pineview by 1, 31-30. Simmons. Inside Davey, the catch and the score underneath the bucket. 32-31, Flyers back on top. Back and forth we go. Ojegba, backdoor look for Harris. Too much on it, and the Flyers get the steal, but Schmidt is steal for Pineview on the way back up the floor. Over to Ojegba. Back to Schmidt. Inside, here's Harris. Good with the foul! What a feed inside, and Harris scores it.
Wow! What a finish mid-air. That was I don't even know who to compare that to. He was like a guard in the air. Allen Iverson hanging up in there and then swooping it with English off the glass. Reverse layup for the big fella, Brock Harris, who was fired up after that one.
He caught it and took one dribble. Almost looked like he wanted to try to elevate to try to dunk it.
That's what I thought.
Had to change mid-flight and just flipped it up and in. The free throw is too strong. Simmons and Walter battling over the rebound for Dixie. The Flyers do come down with it. And it's a 33-32 Panther lead with 2 minutes to go in the third. Forsey steps into a 3 straight away. Off the back iron, tapped out, Flyers reset. Howard catching left corner, now Carter. Carter on the left wing, swing it to the right side, and Forsey. Forsey to Walter. Or to Carter, left corner, puts the ball on the deck, passes to Walter. Walter holding, looking back door to Forsey, couldn't get it to him. Out of Carter, they reset with 12 to shoot. Crossing over to the left, lobbing inside Walter. Catches one dribble, the right-hand floater, too short, grabs his own rebound. Second time, blocked by Harris, and the Panthers have it.
Wow, great defense by Pineview. Dixie was being too deferential against that man. You got to beat your guy and make something happen. They were just hot potatoing for 25 seconds.
Schmidt to Ojegba. His pass is stolen by Forsey. He just leapt in the air and snared it out. Forsey, full court pass down to Walter. Catch, no, foul Ojegba.
Wow.
2 free throws coming for Walter.
Great look from Forsey. He's awesome at that.
And a technical foul.
They're going to get Roberts.
On Coach Roberts. With his guy going to the line for 2 free throws.
And it's funny because the ref that called it was that deep official, and also the one that gave him the tech. So he got the call he wanted, yet he's also getting teed up. You rarely see that as Walter go to the Fabulous Freddy's free throw line. Coach Roberts getting an explanation here.
Probably the buildup of something that's been taking place.
Yeah, it accumulates for sure.
So now they're going to shoot Walter's free throws in a dead ball situation. And he makes the first. He's got 10 points. First player in double figures tonight. Second one, yes. 11 points for Walter. And it's a 34-33 and Dixie lead. And now we go to the other end and Adam Moore to shoot.
There's been a lot of fun hand-to-hand combat, blocks at the rim, contests at the rim tonight on both sides.
Moore first free throw, up and through.
And they've been letting him play a little bit, which has been fun to watch.
Second one, yes.
And
boy, he wasted no time. Just fired those 2 free throws. And now Pineview, the lead back, 35-34, and possession with 1:08 remaining in the third quarter. Interesting swing there. With the Dixie coach picking up the tech with his guy going to the free throw line. Pineview 1-point lead and possession. Schmidt for 3. Deep 3 left side. Too strong. Stratton Williams offensive rebound. The Panthers reset. Swing it to the left side. Cooper Ranson. Back to the right and Schmidt. They swing it around the wing. Left to right. They'll probe until they find an opening. Schmidt guarded by Forsey. Now here's Harris with a screen into the left corner. Ranson, catch and shoot three. Good! It bounced around and fell through.
Wow.
But it doesn't matter how it goes through. It falls in, and it's a 4-point Panther lead. 38-34, 25 seconds to go in the third. The shot clock is off. Dixie should play for one here. Chance of defense raining down from the Pineview crowd. 15 seconds remaining. Down to 11 and 10. They go back and forth. Forsey holding left wing to Carter. Three-pointer straight away. A deep one. It's short. Walter chases down the long rebound with 3. Back to Carter with 2. Into the left corner. Howard for 3 at the buzzer. He buries it. Rattles it home.
What an expert play by Kimball Carter to get his own rebound. He could have launched another 3 with 2 point whatever left. Instead, he penetrates. That was right at the wire. Kicks it out to Mac Howard. Beautifully done there by Dixie.
Howard ready to shoot when needed. The sophomore cuts the Pineview lead to 1. 38-37 after 3 at the hangar. Let's take a 30-second timeout and come back with a fourth.
Look, Mom! I drew you a dinosaur! Son of a Brontosaurus!
Not ideal. Your kid using Sharpie on the living room wall. Ideal. Ideal Home & Paint's Kelly Moore paint selection. Make your house, flaws and all, look its very best with a little help from Kelly Moore Paint and Ideal Home & Paint. Ideal Home & Paint, your local paint experts in Southern Utah since 1975.
Tonight's action is brought to you in part by Appliance Wholesalers Plus.
Back inside the hangar, 38-37. The Panthers, the 1-point lead. It's been offensive rebounds on both ends that have extended possessions, and the Dixie Flyers never say die attitude. Some teams could have just said, hey, that's it for the third quarter. But the Flyers able to chase down the loose ball and get it to Howard in the left corner, and he nails the 3 at the buzzer.
Having ourselves a ball game here, folks, in the hangar as expected. Both student sections are awesome. It's been loud all throughout, and nobody has flinched yet in this matchup.
38-37. Pineview by 1 with 7:50 to go in the game, just underway in the fourth quarter. Flyers with the first possession of the final frame of regulation. Weber into the right corner. Simmons passes on a 3. Will drive the inline instead, and he lays it in and 1. Harris tried to slide over to take the charge, but it was too little, too late, and Simmons able to avoid him in the air, and he lays it in.
Great job by Simmons showing off the aerial attack, hanging up in the air and finishing it through contact.
He's got 7, trying to make it 8 on this free throw. It's too strong. Offensive rebound, no, he lost it. Forsey had his hands on it but couldn't snare it, and it goes back to Pineview. Season high for Simmons is 11. He's got 7 tonight. 39-38. The Flyers lead by 1. We just go back and forth. Ranson, right corner. Over to Harris. Swing it into the left corner, Schmidt. It's like a game of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out in here. Here's Adam Moore for 3. He buries it.
And that was just a 2-man game. Boom, boom. They're giving you a little bit too much space on that zone, and you can't give that much space to Adam Moore.
Like Rocky IV when you get the close-ups of each guy taking the punches. Panthers lead at 41-39 with 6:55 to play. Back and forth we go. Flyers with it.
Don't watch Rocky IV ever with the sound off. It'll ruin your childhood.
Flyers with possession with 4 to shoot. They left Forsey wide open. He takes the mid-range J and swirls it home.
And Forsey's still in kind of take what the rhythm of the game gives me. In a few minutes, he's going to be more assertive in the offense. But so far, Dixie's keeping up with Pineview with him just kind of being a part of the system.
Williams, mid-post right. Backdoor cut looking for Harris. His left-handed hook shot is blocked, and the Flyers have it. Panthers have a pretty good thing going on the pick and roll with Harris, but that time just not a clean look. It's blocked. 6 minutes to play in the fourth. We are all knotted at 41. The Flyers will slow it down on this possession. try to breathe a little bit and say, hey, we're okay. Weber to Forsey. Straight away. Fakes the handoff. Keeps it. Into the paint. Ooh. Fadeaway jumper from the free throw line. No. With 1 second on the shot clock. And he's bumped. And 2 free throws coming for Tyson Forsey.
And that's a tough foul for just the reasons you described to give by Pineview. Forsey's got nowhere to go. Tough shot. And you bless him with a trip to the free throw line.
First free throw up and through for Forsey. Now Papa going to check back in for Brock Harris. Cooper Ranson out with Ojaba coming back in as well. 42-41. Dixie leads by 1 with 5:40 to play. Second free throw is through. 12 points for Forsey. Is the game's leading scorer now. Papa sets a screen for Williams, and Williams able to drive inside, and he's fouled.
Veteran craft there by Stratton, showing it up in the air, making the guy jump and get to the free throw line.
It's cliche to say, AT, but I think it's going to come down to free throw shooting.
Yeah,
both teams have had their ample opportunity. It's interesting, you look at the first matchup between these two teams with Williams going to the line and his first free throw, he rattles it home. The first matchup, it was Dixie outshot the Panthers from the field, from three-point range. Rebounds were even at 25-25. The difference was at the free throw line. Dixie only attempted 5 free throws in that game. They went 1 of 5. Meanwhile, Pineview went 10 of 14 in that game. That was the difference over at the pit. So look for free throw shooting down the stretch as Williams misses the second, and here come the Flyers. Carter gives to Forsey. Stops the dribble on the right wing, bounces J.J. Davey. 17 feet, baseline right. And a lob back out to Forsey. Forsey driving right to left, pulls up, free throw line jumper, got it. Wanted a foul as well, didn't get the call, but he buries it.
And it's becoming Forsey time. We've seen him shoot the last few times for Dixie.
3-point lead for the Flyers, but almost not for long. Jagba's three was halfway down and popped back out. The Flyers the rebound.
Tough break for Jelani. He had that one aimed up right down the middle from deep and just didn't get it to fall.
Flyers maintain the 3-point advantage and can add to it here. Carter stops the dribble in the paint, kicks back out to Forsey with 15 on the shot clock. Forsey driving to the free throw line again. 3 consecutive free throw line jumpers for Tyson Forsey. He's got 16 and a timeout called with Dixie leading by 5, 47-42, 4:20 to go in the fourth. It will be a full timeout. We'll take the 60-second break, come right back.
Flynn Companies in St. George provides commercial building services to all of Utah. They bring your vision for the building to life without compromise. Flynn's customers have come to expect innovative solutions backed by unparalleled technical expertise and a disciplined approach to project building. Flynn Companies is a proud booster of the Southern Utah community and has literally helped to build it. Visit FlynnCompanies.com today.
Since 1946, Wilkinson's House of Lighting has been lighting homes and businesses in southern Utah. When I was just a kid, the selections were pretty slim. In fact, it all started when my grandpa Kay attached a sheet of plywood to the ceiling of his living room and mounted a few styles of lighting fixtures to it. Then looked at my grandma Lael and said, "We're in the lighting business now." 79 years later, a lot has changed. We have the most complete selection of lighting fixtures, ceiling fans, lamps, accessories, and lighting-educated staff than you'll find just about anywhere. Come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South.
Welcome back to the action, brought to you in part by Ideal Home and Paints.
Quick Region 9 Hearst Ace Hardware update for you. 42-42 late in what looks like the third quarter over at Desert Hills. So strap on your seatbelts over at the Thunderdome. 47-42 here at the hangar.
Yeah, Pineview still very much in contention for the region championship. Would need Crimson to drop one against Hurricane or Desert Hills before Pineview plays them the last game of the season.
Ojegba backs his way inside and scores. He's got 8. Panthers wanted a foul as well, didn't get the whistle. Lead trimmed down to 3, 47-44. Not many coaches and teams better out of the timeout than Pineview and Coach Amico. And here's Ojegba nearly with the steal, but Davey able to corral the loose ball. The Forsey right wing 3, too strong, over everything. Davey chases it down, saves it. There was a shot clock reset, and it never hit. And Coach Amico is losing his mind. He's saying that should be a violation. The shot, he has an argument. The three-point shot never hit the rim.
I agree.
It went all the way over. Dixie did get the rebound.
This is going to be
But then they got the benefit of a shot clock reset. They're going to put it at 14. Coach Amico can't believe it.
Yeah, that's... We'll have to go back and watch it later on the replay, but he wanted to travel before, too.
Now down to 9 seconds.
And Pineview,
they're going to give it back to Dixie with 9 seconds on the shot clock.
Pineview just got to keep their composure. There's 3:39 left. You're only down 3 points. Just get a stop here, and you're in it.
Inbound of Forsey. Free throw line, backing his way in. Fadeaway jumper, got it.
Man,
how good is Tyson Forsey in the mid-range?
It's the 90s again, and he looks like somebody with his split leg jump and finish, and man, he's balling.
49-44. Flyers by 5. Papa kicking it out to Williams. Driving inside, over to Schmidt now. Schmidt slices inside, hangs, can't hit. Simmons grabs the rebound. Quickly ahead to Forsey.
Good take by Schmidt. I thought he was going to get that. Didn't settle for a jump shot. Going downhill, just couldn't get it to fall.
49-44. Flyers by 5 with 2:50 to play. They're going to take their time. You got to know time and score. Every scenario. What do you do in that scenario? Carter lobbing to Davey, catching, guarded by Papa, and he scores in traffic.
What patience by Davey. I mean, with Papa in great position like that, just waited till the perfect time to go up for the bucket.
Williams driving inside, leaves for Papa, the catch, and he can't get it to go. But Williams able to chase down the loose ball, and he throws it off of Weber and out of bounds. The Panthers will maintain possession.
Frustrating little stint here for Pineview. Too many empty possessions. Saved that one. Great job by Williams. They need a bucket here.
2:22 to go. Pineview trailing by 7. Inbound to Ojegba. Crossing over. He's guarded by Simmons, and his shot is blocked by Simmons. Looked like cleanly up top. They say he got him with the body down low, and 2 free throws coming for Ojegba.
And with Dixie with the clamps on, with 2:17 left, you need a guy who can get a shot or get to the free throw line. If that's Ojegba, keep feeding him, because we know Dixie, it's all Forsey time right now. They're going to get a good shot with their number 1 guy. You've got to match that on the other end.
Ojegba free throw is good. 9 points for Ojegba. 51-45. It's a 6-point game. With 2:17 to go. Second free throw, yes. 10 points for Ojegba. Second Panther in double figures.
You've got to get the ball out of Forsey's hands.
And there's a tip and a steal on the inbounds pass. The Panthers have it. Schmidt to Moore. Skipping to Ojegba. Holding on the left wing, dribbles to the right. Stops the dribble, gives to Papa, gets it right back. Splits 2 defenders, stripped out of his hands. Flyers the steal.
Great job by Carter. Clean takeaway. I would rush Forsey, get it out of his hands.
2 team fouls against each team, so there's something to keep an eye on as the clock winds down and you have to possibly start playing the foul game. Weber bouncing to Forsey. 5-point Dixie lead, 1:40 to play in the 4th. Carter passes tip, but it gets to Davey. Backdoor look to Weber, off of Weber's hands and out of bounds. Back to Pineview.
Kind of went 4-corner stall ball there, and It's amazing how often those possessions end in a turnover. You're just out of sync. You've been in a flow.
1:33 to play. It's a 5-point lead. Pineview trails 51-46 with the ball. Don't have to have a three necessarily, but got to have a bucket on this possession. When you still got the shot clock in your favor and you can get a stop. Here's Schmidt. Driving to the baseline left. Tries to reverse from left to right, and it didn't even get off the rim. The Flyers have it.
Yeah, you're not going to get a foul on that attempt. That was just desperate.
And now Dixie content to burn some clock here, leading by 5. They've got 20 seconds on the shot clock, 57 on the game clock. Carter, guarded by Williams. Now to Weber, and he's fouled by Adam Moore, but that's just team foul number 3, and each foul resets the 35-second shot clock. So you almost think about
good point.
Just fouling.
Yeah, you got to foul instantly.
Find your guys that haven't fouled as much. Foul instantly to get to that 4th. And then it's all about getting the right guy at the free throw line. Inbound, Forsey holds. I'd foul immediately here. They're going to bounce inside to Davey. Gets 2 guys off his feet and scores in traffic. 7-point lead for the Flyers, 53-46. Schmidt, left corner to Williams. Knocked out of his hands. It'll stay with Pineview. Always tough not having that 1-and-1 down the stretch now. You go straight to 2 free throws. Makes it tough to get back into these games when you're trailing late. 28 seconds remaining. Here's Williams. Looking inside Ojegba. Ojegba to the right corner. Fires a 3. Got it.
Big shot, Jelani. And there was some confusion on the play. Did he call a flop?
Did he?
What's this going to be?
The Boo Birds raining down from the Pineview side. The 3-point make is good. Pineview called a timeout to set up the defense afterward. And he did signal for the flop.
I don't know how that works. I don't know if you get a warning or...
Usually you do get a warning before they go right to enforcing any sort of a... Take a look back at it on the YouTube screen. Ojegba, they're going to call a flop warning, but as we watch it again, Colin Simmons was absolutely backing in on Ojegba after that and landed on him. So absolutely not a flop in that scenario. But they do issue the warning. 53-49, inbound, stolen. Ojegba catches and scores in traffic.
Beautiful trap.
15.
They get another timeout for Amico. Excellent execution on the full court press by Pineview. Couldn't have been better.
Never say never. It's a full timeout. 53-51. Wow. Dixie by 2, 15.4 seconds to play. Let's take a quick 30, just a 30-second timeout, and come back with a conclusion.
There's no better time to bring the timeless quality and dependability of GE appliances to your home than right now with your local appliance experts at Appliance Wholesalers Plus. Save on premium finish options that you won't find anywhere else, and features that help you spend less time doing chores and more time doing what matters to you. Now's your chance to save big on select GE appliances. Visit your local appliance experts at Appliance Wholesalers Plus or shop online at ApplianceWholesalersPlus.com.
Tonight's action is brought to you in part by Fabulous Freddy's.
16 seconds remaining in quarter number 4. Dixie once led by 7. It's been trimmed down to 2 off of 5 straight points from Jelani Ojegba. And now whistles before the inbound pass as Mac Howard and Stratton Williams jockey for position. It'll be Weber to inbound. He can run the inline after a made basket.
They're giving up a long one if they want it. Nope.
Hands it to Forsey, and he's fouled immediately, and you're okay with that. That's just team foul number 4.
Yeah.
Tyson thought it was the 5th. He was jogging down to try to get free throws. You're okay with that one. But now if you're going to foul, you got to make sure it's not Tyson Forsey. Going to the line, and now Coach Roberts going to call a timeout. 53-51, 14.9 seconds to play. It'll be a full timeout. Let's keep it right here, AT.
Yeah.
Don't want to miss any of the action. Boy, just when you think that one team is ready to just completely pull away from the other in this game, it just, a 180 is flipped and it goes completely the opposite direction.
It's amazing. Great job by Pineview. Somehow getting that steal. Jelani making 5 points in 2 possessions after that 3 he made, and then the 2 on the steal. And now they just need trap and try to get a steal for a second. Hope that Dixie misses a free throw on the other end. We've had some magical games this year in this arena here at the Hangar. And we're getting another one right now.
I think it was senior night over at Desert Hills tonight. That's why they're so far behind us. But with about 6:30 to go in the fourth quarter, Crimson has pulled ahead 54-47 over at the Thunderdome. Brock Harris in to guard the inbounder. Watch for Forsey coming off the screen. They're trying to get to Forsey. They haven't handed Weber the ball yet.
They went into their action, and the ref is...
And now is Dixie calling another timeout? No, he's just telling Forsey to start out farther. Weber trying to get it to Forsey. Instead, he'll bounce to Davey. He's looked like he was bumped. Now they give to Forsey. And he, he threw it off the legs of Schmidt.
What a smart play.
He lost it, threw it off of Caleb's legs. It bounced inbounds at Schmidt's feet for a couple seconds.
I was surprised they didn't jump on Davey when he got the ball.
I think they tried, and they are able to get it to Forsey. And now another timeout called by Dixie. Man, if you're Pineview, that is exactly what you wanted. Either get the ball into the hands of J.J. Davey, a 44% free throw shooter.
You got to jump on his back. Yeah.
Didn't get that. Then they got a loose ball.
They almost ran into a turnover.
And not able. Schmidt just didn't realize that the ball was bouncing inbounds at his feet. So as it stands, we'll reset it for you. 9 seconds to play. Dixie leads 53-51. And it's going to be Flyer basketball. They have to go the full length of the floor. In that scenario, you didn't necessarily have to foul immediately because there was more than 10 seconds on the clock. So you could guard, try to play for a possible turnover or a 10-second call. Now there's 9 seconds on the clock. Can't do that. If you can't get a steal immediately, you got to foul. And hope that you're fouling somebody other than Tyson Forsey. Forsey's a 73% shooter. Matt Howard is a 75% free throw shooter. From there, it's kind of a toss-up.
You got Big Brock guarding the inbounder.
And a whistle and a foul before the inbounds pass. Who was fouled? It's on Stratton Williams. Was Forsey fouled, or is it Davey that was fouled?
It looks like it might. Oh, it's Mac.
It's Mac Howard. So we just told you, Forsey's a 73% free throw shooter. Mac Howard's a 75% free throw shooter. With 9 seconds to play, it's a 2-point Dixie lead, and here's the Pineview crowd making noise. They need at least one miss. First one, good. Off the back iron, and it fell through.
Mac with the jump shot from the free throw line. The ball jumped off the rim, but got a friendly bounce into the hoop to make it a 3-point game.
And now Pineview going to take a timeout because you got to draw up exactly what you want to happen in this scenario. Either off the make and have the ball, or off the miss and a rebound. My goodness. 54-51. Remind you that timeouts are brought to you by Dixie Chiropractic. With the most advanced technology and expertise in St. George, take a time out with Dixie Chiropractic, proud sponsor of Region 9 Athletics. A good opportunity to thank our other great sponsors, Flynn Roofing, Nets on Fire, Fabulous Freddy's, Bucks Ace Hardware, Pro Auto Care with our block and charge. We haven't seen a charge call tonight. We've seen 2 or 3 different AWP dunks tonight. And on the We Win Injury Loss scoreboard, it's 54-51. The Flyers lead it by 3 with 9 seconds to play. And Mac Howard, the sophomore, at the line to try to make this a 2-possession game with 9 seconds remaining. Dixie has only committed 2 team fouls. So you got a couple fouls to give if you want to, as the Panthers try to advance it back up the floor. Howard, second free throw, rattles around and falls in again.
Clutch.
He's got 5, and it's a 4-point Dixie lead. Inbound to Williams, and he's fouled. Oh, boy. But it's just a 13 foul.
Good aggressive foul, and Coach Roberts was pleased. I think that was the game plan.
Just a 13 foul.
Nothing
I lost
to lose.
count. I lost count, AT. Right after I said the team count foul, I lost count. Inbound now to Williams. Behind the back dribble. There's 6 seconds remaining. Got to have a shot. Ojegba for 3, left wing. No. Rebound Harris. Not going to matter. That's how the game ends. Flyers win it. 55-51 in an all-time classic. Woo. Came down to the wire. Looked like Dixie was going to run away with it. Jelani Ojegba, a couple clutch shots. Gets the Panthers back in it, and the Flyers able to hang on down the stretch.
Awesome game. It showed, both teams fought really well. I think Coach Amico's got to be pretty pleased overall down the stretch when it was closing time. They just didn't have the buckets. Jelani made some awesome plays, but it just wasn't enough. Forsey taking over the end of that fourth quarter. Jump shot after jump shot after jump shot. He was the man, and he's the one that helped them get the win tonight.
55-51, Flyers win it. For our video audience streaming live on sportsradio977.com and YouTube, we bid you farewell. Thanks so much for listening. For the radio audience, don't go anywhere. Get the Bucks Ace Hardware postgame show coming at you after this 3-minute timeout on ESPN 97.7.
That's not good.
What?